Assalamu alaikum students. The new topic which you are going to study now is light. Do you know how do we see objects? We can only see objects because of light. If there is complete darkness in a room, you cannot see anything. This is because there is no light in the room. But as soon as light comes or enters a room, then you are able to see everything around you. So, what happens when there is light everywhere around you? Light reflects all the objects around you, so you can see those objects. Light reflects the objects, and that light enters into our eyes. So, if there is darkness, we cannot see objects, but when there is light, yes, we can see all the objects around us. Now let's see which are the two types of objects. There are some objects which gives out light. Such objects are called as luminous objects. The word luminous means light, brightness. Example of a luminous object is a bulb. So bulb has its own light, it gives out light, so it's a luminous object. An object which does not give out light is called as non-luminous object. Example, a book. A book is made up of paper. Paper does not give out light, so it's a non-luminous object. When there is a luminous object, light travels in a straight line and directly enters our eyes. So we can see a luminous object. So through a luminous object, light travels in a straight line and reaches our eye. But what if the object is non-luminous? So on a non-luminous object, a light source has to be taken. So as you can see in the image, the second image down, book does not have its own light, so you need to use a light source. So here a bulb is used as a light source. So bulb's light will hit the book and then it will get reflected into our eye. So we can then see the book. So for non-luminous objects, we need light source, artificial light source. So in a luminous object, light travels in a straight line, while in non-luminous objects, light gets reflected and then it enters our eye. This is how we can see luminous and non-luminous objects. Yes, as we discussed, we cannot see anything without light. So there is no sight without light. When there is light, then only there is source. Let's see these three images now. In the first image, light is passing through the torch to the other side. In the second image, some light is passing. The arrows shown are less, so some light is passing through the second. While in the third one, in the third image, no light is passing on the other side of the screen. So then let's see what names are given as per the light passing through the objects are concerned. The materials which do not allow light to pass through them, they are called as opaque materials. Example, let's take example, wood. Wood does not allow light to pass through it, so it's an opaque material. The materials which allow light to easily pass through them, they are called as transparent material. Example is a clear glass, a white clear glass. You can see everything, like it allows the light to pass through them, so we can see clearly what is there on the other side of that material. So it's a transparent material. While translucent materials allow light to pass through them, but it distorts the light passage. That means you can see the light partially, or some of the light passes on the other side. So we can see the objects, but they are blurred. We cannot see the exact object on the other side of translucent material, like a designed or distorted or geometrical shaped glass. Okay, so we can see that yes, something is there behind on the other side, but what is it, we cannot clearly see it. So those are translucent materials. So the three types of materials on light, the effects of material on light, they are opaque materials, transparent materials, and translucent materials. Now let's see 7 properties of light. Light travels very fast. Okay, if you compare sound and light, so the first thing you will see is light, then you will hear the sound. So light travels very fast. Light has a dual nature. Dual means two. It has two nature. That means it can be a wave or it can be a particle. Light travels in a straight line, of course. Fourth property, light can vary in intensity. Vary means it can change its intensity. What is intensity? The brightness. Light can be bright, light can be dull. Okay, light can be sharp. So that is intensity, the brightness of the light. Fifth property, light interacts with matter. That means it can hit any object and then it can reflect, or it can absorb, or it can refract. So it interacts with matter, with all the things around us. Light is comprised of many colors. So light is made up of 7 colors. Light carries energy and information. So yes, because of this property, we can use light. Let us see these properties with examples now. Yes, as it is said, if someone asks you what is the color of light, you may think yes, light, the light which we get from sun, that is the natural source of light. So sun is the natural source of light. So the light coming out from the sun, which we get it on the earth, we think that it is white light, but then this white light is made up of 7 colors. And what are those colors? They are the rainbow colors, Vipcure. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. So white light, that is the light, is made up of many colors, many different colors. What kind of light can we see? Okay, we can see light has different parts. All right, the part of light which we can see is called as the visible light, and that visible light it includes all the 7 colors of the rainbow. Light varies in intensity. That means light can be brighter light can be dull. So if you take a source of light, as it's given in this image, let's take a bulb. So if you are closer to the source, if you are closer to the bulb, the intensity of light will be more, the brightness will be more. But if you are far away from the source, if the bulb is far away and then you are observing that bulb, the intensity, the brightness, the sharpness will be less. So the intensity of a light from a source depends on how close you are to it. The more you are close, the more light is intense. Now, what is light? Light is actually a form of energy. It's a kind of energy. Without light energy, of course, we cannot see anything. So, energy, we can do work with energy, yes. So, what work does a light do? Light gives things colors. Yes, because of light, we can see different colors of objects around us. Plants need light, the sunlight, to grow. Yes, for the process of photosynthesis, that is to prepare their food, plants need light. So plants prepare their food with the help of light. The sunlight can be stored in solar batteries, and those solar batteries can be used to do various things like heating up water, or like from solar panels, or you have solar cooker to cook food. So here we can use solar appliances, and we can then use that form of energy. Light travels much faster, like the speed of light is very fast. Okay, it is faster than sound also. One example for this is when there is lightning during rainy season. When there is lightning in the sky, you will first see the lightning and then you will hear the thundering sound. This is because light travels faster than the sound. So lightning is seen first and then the sound of thundering is heard. Light has a dual nature. So which are the two natures of light? Light is a form of wave. Light is a particle also. So here in this image, you can see in the first image to the left, light is traveling in the form of small dots. Those dots are particles. So if light from a source is allowed to fall, and if you keep a barrier, an obstruction in between, what will happen? The light particles will stop there, but it will pass from the other side. In the second image, you can see light is traveling like waves. So light has a dual nature. Light travels in the form of particles. Light travels in the form of waves. Is there anything that affects the speed of light? Yes, speed of light varies from medium to medium. Light travels fastest through a vacuum, then gases, liquids, and solids. It is just opposite to the properties of sound. Sound travels fastest in solids, but for light travels fastest through vacuum. Vacuum means where there is no air. Light travels there very fast. Then the speed of light is maximum in gases. That is why what is there around us? Around us there is atmosphere, and what is there in the atmosphere? There are different gases: carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen. These are the gases which are around us. So light is traveling very fast through these gases and it's reaching the earth's surface. Then the speed of light becomes less in liquids, like when light is allowed to fall in the water or in the rivers, then the speed is reduced, and if light falls on the solids, then the speed of light is the least. So light travels fastest through vacuum. So we studied that light is a form of energy. There are two types of objects, luminous and non-luminous objects. Luminous objects gives out light. Non-luminous object does not have its own light. Then we saw three different types of materials, that is opaque, transparent and translucent object materials, and then different properties of light. Thank you.